like, tell me about what your first year of college was like.
Well, my first year of college was at Black River Technical College, and I was a mom already, so it was working around school and working around my job and motherhood. So, I guess it was just hectic.
I got you. So you weren't like on the university. You were just kind of like doing your thing on technical school.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I got you. All right. And so like at the technical school, what were some of your favorite classes?
I loved human AP. I've always been a math person, so algebra was one of my favorite topics, and math courses in general. Pretty much that stuff. And so
I got you.
I was actually looking at nursing first and switched over. So.
I got you. So do you think that a little math is like translated to social work? Yeah, like I know there's a lot of math in social work, but.
No, I think that I stumbled across social work. I was working at a children's home and kind of fell in love with social work, and so that's what got me.
Okay. All right. Cool. So at what point did you decide to enter the social work field?
I had almost gotten my associate's degree, and like I said, I was working in a children's home. It was in 2009, and I was looking to switch over to ASU at that time, and had been looking at nursing programs. Then I started working there and decided to do social work.
So what made you differentiate between like choosing nursing, choosing the social work?
They're both fields that help people. Seeing the foster kids, I specifically started social work to be a foster care worker, and so that's what got me here.
Yeah. So, what has been the most beneficial thing to you being a social worker?
Realizing what resources are out there. And doing something I enjoy.
Yeah. So how would you say that this job has changed you as a person?
Really makes you think outside the box. And it really has taught me a lot of things in parenting that you don't just learn, I have to say.
So you think that's better to you as a parent? Okay, that's awesome. So what would be some advice for you for like me as a college freshman going into social work?
It's not an easy job.
Yeah.
And don't lose that interaction with don't build a wall up or get so worn out on what you're doing to forget why you're there.
Yeah.
Because that happens a lot. People get burnt out, and then we're not doing our families any justice by doing that. So always take time for yourself, I should say. Always remember that. Take time for yourself.
Yeah. So what would you say has been the most difficult part of this job?
It's a lot of time away from my family. Learning that balance has been hard, and at times there's not ability to have that balance because you have to do what you have to do. That would be really hard. That's one of the hardest things about it.
And so, just a random question, like how many hours a week do you think you work?
Well, I can, on a week-to-week basis, we're only supposed to work 40 hours. We're supposed to flex that time. So what happens is I end up working like till 8 or 9 at night, and then while my kids are in school, I'm taking that time off. So I'm missing their time and cutting into it during the day. But there are weeks where we'll work 60 hours. I mean, it's,
And so what's the pay like? Average pay salary?
Salary I think is around $32,000 for DCFS. So.
Anything you want to add about being a social worker?
We need good social workers, so I'm excited to hear anybody saying they want to go into the field and help others. It's very gratifying, I think. I just really get gratification from my job, and so that's very important.
Well, I'm really interested in it. I enjoy my classes, so it's going pretty well.
What classes are you taking?
So right now, I'm not taking like many social work classes, but I'm taking psychology, and I really like psychology. A lot of psychology. And I'm taking like world literature and making connections and remedial math. But besides that, I'm really interested in going into like the drug abuse classes. Like that interests me a lot.
Those are very interesting. I think I took 2 drug abuse classes, and then of course child abuse and neglect were some of the classes I think where I was in program. I really like psychology, it really makes, it kind of blends in with the social work field a lot, so.
Alright, well, I think